What's up? What's up? So my name is Janisha. I am the founder and CEO of Ready Start Grow Credit Consulting. Today I am showing you how I grew my business to six figures in 6 months. I'm giving away my secrets and it's just what it sounds like. Okay, I own a credit repair company and I help you do one of two things, maybe both. I help you to either purchase a home or start, scale, and grow a business. Let's get right into it. When you are looking to do anything, it is very important that you keep the intent, okay? That you start with intent. When you are starting anything, the intent, the purpose, and the why is extremely important because that is what's going to fuel your business. Now, for me, it was very, very important to see my community grow, right? And so in the area of finance, I noticed that there was a huge disproportion of wealth, of knowledge, of understanding. And it was my prime focus to fix that. And so what I do is I provide financial literacy education, free resources and tools, as well as a full service credit repair company. So if you are busy, if you have children, if you don't know what you're doing, if you just don't want to do it, I will do it for you. And so let the intent, let the purpose fuel your business. And that's what's going to give it that momentum. So the next really big thing that helped me grow and scale my business to six figures in 6 months is mentorship. So there is an African proverb that states, the youth can go faster, but the elders know the path, they know the way. And so you don't necessarily always have to reinvent the wheel, reinvent the cycle. Get and seek mentorship and don't be afraid to pay. Okay, if it's valuable information, go ahead and pay so that you have that foundation and you don't have to figure out every single thing. Now, what I did and what I still do is I keep a group and a community of mentors who guide me, who assist me when I get stuck, when I'm discouraged. Okay, because it happens in every single business. Not every entrepreneur is not going to be forever motivated, forever disciplined. But what a mentor will help you do is to let you know that the things that you're going through are very normal, okay? And they're going to help you put systems in place so that you are set up to succeed from day one, okay? And so I highly, highly, highly recommend mentors and get people that you aspire to, who are close to you. Maybe they are not necessarily in your same city, state, etc., but don't be afraid to reach out. Most often, they are willing to mentor you, not necessarily for free, because people who pay attention. And most often, if you pay for it, you're going to care more about it. For example, if you buy a new purse, a new bag, you're going to care more about that bag the more expensive it was, or those shoes the more expensive they were. And the same thing with mentorship, okay? And so value the relationship and also bring something of mutual benefit. If I don't have something to bring to it, I'm going to bring my money. If I don't have knowledge, value, information, etc. to bring to it, I'm going to bring that willingness and that eagerness. I'm going to bring a bottle of wine. I am never going to come to someone empty-handed because I understand that time is money, that the information they have is invaluable because it's saving me time on trying to figure that thing out. So the next really big one, I mentioned it earlier, is systems. So if you're going to succeed in business, if you're going to grow a profitable business, a scalable business, which means that it has the room, the ability to grow, it can't just be you. But if it is just you for the moment, build out systems, build out automations. Technology has advanced so much. Nobody who is legitimately in business is using Cash App, is using Venmo as a method of payment. You need a merchant. You need someone who is going to process those payments, who are going to track those payments. You need accountants. You need software for however you run your business. And so, for example, I run a credit repair business and I use a software to help me keep track of everyone, to keep track of their documents, to keep track of my employees. And so I'm saying all of this to say that you want to build processes from the very beginning, even if it's just a scheduling system like Acuity. And so, and that's what I use personally. And so the goal, the purpose is that you are building systems so that you can grow, so that it is easier for you and it is also easy for your customers. And they love to see that level of professionalism. They love to see that effort. They love to see that this is not, a Joe Smo. And so even if this is a small business, or something I do on the side, although my credit repair business is something I do full time, but even if it is a small business, it's being ran on the level of a 6, 7, 8 figure business. And that is how you grow to that 6, 7, 8 figures. Build systems from day one. I cannot urge you to do this enough. Okay. There is no way you are going to get away without me saying budget. Okay. So the reason you need a budget is because, number one, if you're going to scale your business, you cannot be maxing out on your profit. Okay. So yes, it's wonderful to reinvest, but you also need to understand the best way to manage your money. Okay. As an entrepreneur, you have to make sure everybody gets paid. And when I say everybody, that means your accountant, that means your employees, that means you have paper in the printer, that means you have stamps for the mail, that means you have Zoom for the Zoom calls, you have money for marketing. It is expensive to run a business, and if you don't have any budgeting skills or experience, it's going to be very difficult for you to scale, because as you grow in income, you're always going to max out that income. And so just like you yourself are on a budget, you need to also put your business on a budget so that you have cash flow. And cash flow is going to be really important when it comes to business funding. They want to see how much flow do you have? How much do you have? How much are liquid assets do you have? And that is going to be really, really, really important if you want a healthy business. Okay. And so this is one of the main reasons that startups fail. It's so much that you need to learn. And that's, again, why you're going to need a mentor. But this is one of the main things that you can do. And don't be afraid to save money. Okay. Now, you don't want to cut corners. You don't want to sacrifice the quality of your product, but you want to make sure that you are getting the best deal at every turn. Okay. And that you're able to tell yourself no, or you're able to plan in the future and say, okay, in the future, this is what I'm going to purchase. In the future, this is what I'm going to purchase. And I have a financial plan to obtain those things, or those people, those employees, those systems, because the systems, the automations, all of those things cost. And so you need a business. I'm sorry, you need a budget if you want to grow. In order to grow, you're going to have to do the hard work. In order to grow, you're going to have to do the hard work. I cannot tell you how many late nights that I had, how many 24 hours came and went, and I was still working. I was very, very concerned for my health. Now, I'm not saying that this is absolutely the way that you have to do it, but understand that there's no way around hard work, especially if you are a solopreneur. There is no way around the hard work. You have to be the marketer. You have to be the content creator. You have to build the systems. You have to understand the automations. You have to be the person who is putting it all together. And a healthy business starts with a healthy foundation. And that's why you need that education. You need to know how you're going to register your business. Are you going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to be an LLC, incorporated, a corporation, a partnership? You need to know these things. You need to set up a business bank account. You need to get registered with your state so you're paying those state taxes right from the jump so you don't get behind. These are all things that you have to do. And I'm going to give you a plug. It's going to be great if you start off with 3 accounts. And so the 3 accounts could be your personal account, your business account, and then a business savings. The business savings you're going to use for tax purposes, okay? Your personal account you're going to use for profit, and then the business account you're going to use for operating expenses. And so you must do the hard work. Type up the SOPs, create the employee handbook, do all of the hard work on the front end so that on the back end you can reap the reward of that work, of that effort. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication, and it has to be a constant grind. And what I'm going to tell you has been the most beneficial is a planner. And so what I do is I set really big goals, and then I break them down into smaller actionable steps that I take each and every day. And so I'll say, well, I want to have my YouTube channel up by the end of the week. And so, in my planner, I'll say, okay, we need to research the best camera. We need to figure out how to operate that camera. We need to get accessories. We need to get professional lights. We need to, figure out how, create a YouTube banner, create a YouTube intro and outro. All of these things have to be done. And so that is how you break it down. And I have a planner full of tiny steps that got me to really, really big results. And that's exactly what I recommend for you. Do the hard work. Do the hard work and delegate what you can. There are so many really great tools out there that are accessible. Fiverr is a really, really good one. When I first got started, I purchased a $10 logo, and I got that $10 logo and it made me so much money. Okay. Branding is going to be super important. If you can, and what I'll say is, if you're not at a place to hire people to do certain things, contract people. So say, hey, I'm going to pay you $100 to make, my content for the week on Instagram, to create me some posts, or I'm going to purchase a cell phone or a high quality cell phone or a recording device. And I'm going to go outside or to a fancy hotel somewhere, and I'm going to make reels. Okay. Or I'm going to commit myself to recording. You must do the hard work. There is no way around it. Absolutely no way. This is the last thing, and it really should have been the first thing. Know your numbers. Know your profit. Know your taxes. Know your reviews, your analytics. Study those analytics on Instagram. See what post is converting. See how are you growing from week to week. What were you doing on the weeks that you grew the most? Study your analytics. Get a really good idea of how many people are opening your emails. Get a really good idea of how many people are watching your videos or your YouTube videos. Really get an idea of what's working, even with your clients. Ask them, request reviews. And that was something that I did faithfully, especially early on, so that I could create a quality product, so that I could always make nips and tucks, so that I could always make adjustments, so that I could create the perfect product. And I will tell you, in the beginning, I was not perfect. Now, I was better than a lot of people because, I researched and I learned and I studied and I had mentors. But over time, you're going to learn what works for you and what works for your target audience. And so what works and what's best for somebody else's target audience is going to be different from yours. And so know your numbers, know how many people you have following you. And that's how you're able to put together marketing strategies. Okay, that's how you're able to put together really, really successful launches. And so I'm telling you all of this because it is probably the number one thing that helped me to win and to grow my business. Know your numbers. All right, y'all. So if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. All right, follow us on all of our other platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and become a part of our Facebook group because we are always giving away really, really awesome stuff. And so you could win a DIY kit, you could win a consultation, and we want to give you those resources. Okay, the group is full of free resources that you can use, dispute letters, etc. And I'm always in there chatting, and I want to hear from you. And so thank you so much, and we will see you next time.